Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our Uxbridge College Virtual Open Day for Travel and Tourism. My name's Lucy. I'm hosting the session today, and I'm going to shortly hand over to Patricia from the team, who's going to give you some more information about the courses and the department here at the college and give you a little bit more of a flavour of what it's like to be a student with us. Before we get started, if you do have any questions today, we are using the chat box. So if you can just pop your questions into the chat box, and then we'll pick them up at the end and we can ask the team any of the questions and they can give us the answers and the feedback. If you haven't registered with us already, there's going to be a link in the chat box to our registration page, just so that we can keep you informed, send you the links once we've finished with the session today, because we are recording that, and we can also give you information about the college just to keep you posted on what's happening here. Before we go ahead with the curriculum, just to say if there is any information or anything else you need once we finish, and even if you have listened and you haven't remembered to put a question into the chat box, don't worry, you can always get in touch with us. You'll see that there are some links on the screen at the moment. The website URL www.uxbridgecollege.ac.uk. You can get us by telephone 01895 853333, or you can email us at inquiries@uxbridgecollege.ac.uk. So don't worry if you forget to ask a question, or you want some more information after the event has finished, you can always get in touch. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Patricia to give you some more information.
Okay, let me just quickly share my screen. Perfect. So good afternoon. My name is Patricia, and I'm one of the travel and tourism lecturers here at Uxbridge. Welcome to our virtual open day. So we'll start with introducing you to the courses that we are offering here at Uxbridge. So we are offering level 1, level 2, level 3 diploma in NCFE or City and Guilds, and level 3 extended diploma. Level 1 and level 2 are one-year courses, and they can lead you straight onto the employment. Level 3 extended as well as level 3 diploma will lead you to the employment as well as higher education. Okay, if it comes to the higher education, we are offering it here at Uxbridge as well. We are offering level 4 HNC and level 5 HND courses. And these are some of the photos from our current students. Okay, if it comes to the facilities and equipment that we have here at Uxbridge, we have our mock cabin. So this is how it looks like, and this is an example of our students undertaking one of their assessments. We do tend to use the cabin for our assessments in order for you to feel like you're actually in the workplace. It just makes it more realistic. And we also host a lot of guest talks in the cabin. In addition to that, we also have our mock travel agency. This is how it looks like. It pretty much feels like you're actually walking into the TUI travel agency. Again, we are carrying out our role plays there, just to make you guys feel as if you were in a workplace, just to make it more realistic. If it comes to the IT equipment that we have here, we have iPads and Chromebooks, and our students are using both of these to help them with the research. They're offering some support with the assignment, and we are playing educational games. So for example, if it comes to one of the units that's called UK Destinations, in order to prepare you for your exam, we are often running a Kahoot quizzes. So we are playing at the same time we're revising for the exam. This is our team. I will not mention everyone's names, but this is quite a big team. All of us have experience working for the industry. So between us, we have 95 years of experience of working in the travel and tourism industry. And if it comes to some of the workplaces that we worked at, we have the guest relation manager at the 5-star hotel. We have somebody who worked as a cruise advisor. We have resort representatives. We have travel agent managers. We have cabin crews, business travel agent, and airport handlers, and visitor attraction managers. So as all of us have experience working for the industry, we are able to support you with real life scenarios and case studies, just to make it more realistic. We still have existing contacts in the industry. So if you're applying for a job somewhere, and that maybe is a workplace where one of us was working at, we can perhaps give you some tips and advices. We have a practical teaching approach. We try to create some fun, but educational lessons. So this is an example from one of our worldwide lessons. One of our teacher, she created lesson based on Spain because that's where her family is from. If it comes to the enrichment, every year we require our students to undertake either a week or 2 weeks of the work experience. This year was a little bit different due to COVID. However, a lot of our students still undertook virtual work experiences, which was really good for them as it was something extra that they could include in their CV. These are just some of the workplaces where our students undertook their work experience. So we have the Holiday Inn, we have the London Bridge experience, Premier Inn, Virgin Atlantic, Talent and Culture, Heathrow Airport, Hilton Hotel, Crown Plaza Hotel. So all of them were travel and tourism related. And a lot of our students actually secured their part-time position after completing the work experience. And work experience will be something that we are aiming to have in our curriculum in future again. Other forms of enrichment, we have travel and tourism employer fair. So again, this is something that took place 2 years ago, and this is something that we are willing to do in future. On the photos, you can see our staff members as well as our ex-students. So one of the students is now working for British Airways, another one is working for TUI as a travel agent. Okay. We are also offering guest talks. So we are proud to say we organize yearly guest talks to our students to give further knowledge and insights about the industry. So even this year, despite the fact that we didn't really have guest speakers on site due to COVID restriction, we still managed to have, for example, a visit, one of the Visit Britain managers to give the guest talk to our students remotely using Zoom. So some of the guest speakers that we had were from Airbnb, Virgin Atlantic, Trek America, St. Lucia, Greenpeace, Cruise and Maritime, British Airways, and Qantas, and TUI. Further forms of enrichment include volunteering, and volunteering will give you an amazing opportunity to have something to include on your CV. We all know securing a part-time position may be challenging. So if you're not working part-time, volunteering may be something that will actually improve your employability skills. So we are running the open days. As you see on the picture on the bottom, we are also running some fundraising, fundraising schemes, and we advertised pretty much in Uxbridge as well as at Uxbridge College. We also do tend to take our students on trips. So if it comes to level 1, it's usually 2-day trips. So we used to take students to, for example, Brighton or Windsor. Level 2, we do have 2 nights UK residential trips. So in past, we went to, for example, Edinburgh as well as Bath. Level 3 diploma usually has 3 nights residential trip plus a day trip. Level 3 extended, we used to take our students overseas to Europe. Level 4 and 5, we also do offer overseas residential trips. So examples of residential trips in UK is Bath, Bournemouth, or Scotland, and overseas is Spain, Malta, Croatia, Italy, and Tenerife. Obviously, that has slightly changed because of COVID, but we still aim to take our students on a trip as this is part of your course, and places we'll take you to are places that you could perhaps use in your role plays. So knowledge of those destinations you could use in your role plays. And these are some of the images from our trips. If it comes to our student success, some of the careers our students have gone into is becoming a cabin crew for Virgin Atlantic, EasyJet, British Airways, becoming resort representatives at TUI or Camp America, as airport customer service, so at Menzies, Emirates, or Lufthansa, travel agencies, TUI or Alpine Elements, hotels such as Sheraton, Premier Inn, Moxie, and visitor attractions such as London Bridge, Troll Park, Legoland, Harry Potter, and Harry Potter attraction and shop. And these are only few of the examples. Okay, and this is an example of one of the success stories of Daisy, who has completed extended diploma with us, and she is now pursuing career at TUI. Are there any questions? No questions? I will pause the share now.
Hello, sorry, apologies. Thank you, Patricia. It's always good to see our students, the experiences that they have, and people like Daisy who have gone on to do things as well. I'm just having a quick look at the chat box. Nothing in there at the moment. So if you have any questions, pop them into the chat and we will ask the team to answer them. Just a couple of things I thought it was worth mentioning. Just I know you mentioned so many industry links with our staff, our teaching staff, and what our students go on to. Vast experience and lots of opportunities. And I know some people might be concerned, obviously, we've had COVID, travel has not been as busy as it would normally be. So just probably just to say something about the industry and how things are progressing in the industry and the sort of change that we're starting to see as the restrictions may get lifted.
Travel and tourism. Travel and tourism at the moment, there are not many people traveling because of all of the COVID restrictions. However, many tour operators, for example, Kuoni, has now decided to offer tours within United Kingdom. So not necessarily sending travelers abroad, sending them to Europe or to Asia or anywhere else, but they are now trying to develop the tourism within our country, the domestic, what we call domestic tourism. Again, COVID restrictions eventually will be lifted. And when all of the restrictions are lifted, the first thing most of people will want to do is to actually go on a tour, go on holidays.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth noting that I think once restrictions are there, our students will be trained, ready to be in that industry, and we are probably likely to see a boom, as Patricia says, of people wanting to travel, but also expanding that domestic market as well. So it's still a great career opportunity, and it's still a really good sector to get into. And I think, if anybody was concerned or worried that we haven't had much travel movement, it's certainly going to expand and start progressing as we come through into less restrictions. So it's definitely an area, exactly. And the team will definitely tell you, and the students will tell you as well, the experiences that they've got as well. Just wanted to mention something about the courses and the progression. Obviously, we have courses at a number of levels. Patricia, if you could just touch on how students can start on a level and maybe progress if they don't have a certain level of exams. There's a lot of opportunity, isn't there, in terms of choice?
Yes, so we are offering courses all the way from level 1 up to HNC. So that is based on what kind of GCSE results you guys will receive. So even if you have to join us at level 1, it doesn't mean that level 1 qualifications is everything that you will receive. Once you have completed the first year of level 1, you would then progress onto level 2, and then decide, okay, I want to continue my education. I want to go straight into the workplace. Okay, every single level will give you some skills that are transferable. So, for example, communication skills, team working, customer service, and all of these can be utilized across all different travel and tourism sectors. So level 1 is usually a year, then level 2 is another year, and then you can progress onto level 3. That is either a year or is a 2-year course. And after level 3 is when you can decide whether you want to go into employment or go onto the university. A lot of students actually decide that they want to go into the employment, but after a year they are like, you know what, actually I do want to progress into the university, and those level 3 qualifications will enable you to do so.
And the great news is that after level 3, the level 4 and 5 qualifications,
we're still offering it here.
We offer that here, exactly that. So we offer that at Uxbridge College. So you can do the first 2 years equivalent of degree level, and lots of our students do stay with us and do the level 4 and level 5, and then some go on to industry and some go on to university and top up to get a degree. So it's a really great way, if you're thinking about your career options, it's a really great way to get a higher education qualification at the same time. And you know the team, you'll have seen the facilities, so you know how that works. So it's a really excellent opportunity to build up those skills. before making a decision for university and for employment as well. Yeah, that's great. And again, lots of transferable skills. I know some of our students will be going out into industry, and maybe they might not be traveling, and the residentials, as you've heard, may not be ready just yet, but lots of other transferable skills, customer service, administration, lots of other things as well, Patricia, that students will learn whilst on the course to prepare them for other careers.
And this is an amazing time to actually be in education. Travel and tourism industry did take a hit because of the COVID. However, those the jobs will open up in future. So even if there is, let's say, a travel agency that is potentially going to cease trading this year, in future there will be more space for new businesses opening up. And as they are opening up, they will need to employ people. And you guys, after you receive your qualifications, you'll be somebody they're looking forward to employ, because your knowledge will be so up to date after completing the course.
Absolutely. I agree. And again, great team experience and industry links with a variety of different companies within the sector to help you with that. No other questions have come through at the moment. So just before we finish up, just to say, if you haven't applied for a course yet and you do wish to, it's not too late. Hop onto our website and you can see the travel and tourism courses and apply straight from there. And then we'll get you through an interview and help you to make your choices ready for enrolment starting in this September. If you do need any other information, do, as I say, go to the website. Again, lots more detail in there. There's also the link to our Welcome to Uxbridge College video, which is on the website. And also there's a link in the chat box as well. So you can find out a little bit more about other things at the college that we help support you with, not just the curriculum side that you've heard today, but also how we help our students to prepare, and these sorts of activities and events that students can get involved in whilst they study with us here at Uxbridge College. Any other questions, do come and talk to us. Telephone number, email address, you can get in touch and we'll be happy to help you. So on that note, just remains to say thank you, Patricia, very much for sharing your experience of what you have to offer in travel and tourism with us today.
Thank you very much. And thank you guys for joining.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thanks. Bye-bye.